The 2026 Ford Bronco order guide is out, and we're going to go over some key changes they've made and some things they've taken away. That if you're wanting to order one of these bad boys, you might want to stick around and pay attention to what we're about to talk about. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? That is right. We're going to talk about this, but first, let me introduce myself. My name is David Boyd. I'm an auto journalist, and I have a passion for the Ford Bronco. I've owned two of these things. I have a Raptor currently, and if they ever were to build the Bronco truck, I'm totally into that. So let's get into this. Let's deep dive into this, and so we'll bring it up. And here is this is your 26 order guide here. And it says major product changes. The 2026 Bronco is a rugged 4x4 medium duty off road vehicle from Ford. There you can see we get a 2 or 4 door, and I want to start with that right there. You can get it in a 2 or 4 door. And hey, 2 door guys, you're about to get pissed off a little bit, upset, and it bothers me as well. But I have to say this, and I know I've got a lot of 2 door people that listen to the show, watch the show that we do, and 2 doors are going to go away at some point. They just don't sell enough to justify making the 2 door. Now I know you're saying, "Hey, I own one of these bad boys," and so you're one of the 1% that actually own it. And it does bother me because I know there's the whole, well, it's not a true Bronco unless it's a 2 door. We just need to get past that because sales are showing 4 doors are where everybody's at because well, people want cargo. You got families putting these things. And it's just a little more practical. Maybe if you're a younger person or towards a retiree where you just don't have a large family to carry around, maybe the 2 doors right for you. But as a whole, I think 85% or so in buying 2 door or 4 doors right now. So get ready for that. I think the next generation, I don't know that we see a 2 door. If we do, it's going to be a very, very probably limited run of them. And that's just my prediction. Nothing based that on right now, but it's just where I see the market going. But back into the news right here. So we're going to have our base. See right there, the base is still around, which is surprising to me because I know, and I piss base people off with this all the time. A base should be just a base. If you want just to basically like a fleet, a rental version, that's what you should get a base at. But they're still offering the Sasquatch package you can get with that. We get the Big Bend, which is kind of the next level up, which is not really much from the base. They're really not. They've really muddied the waters between those two of what they are. Now the Outer Banks, which if you want more of the plush trim stuff, maybe I don't want the big tall vehicle and 35-inch tires. Maybe that's where you go. Or if you want to build something, you want more of the kind of leather cool seats and interior, that's might be the way to go. But if you are, say you're coming from Jeep and you're looking for the Rubicon package, the Badlands is this similar structured vehicle that Ford has for rock crawling. Basically, the best of off roading is the Badlands that they offer, and there's some key changes that you're going to stick around for with Badlands. So stay with me on that. Strop Edition here, if I say that right, which is only 4 door now this year. That is right. It kind of took the place of the Wild Track. And I know my buddy Mark over at ATN Off Road, man, he is a 2 door Wild Track guy. And sadly, the Wild Track went away. And now the 4 doors are even going away or going in, and no more 2 doors of the Heritage Edition Stroke Edition, which is uh, it boggles my mind. And if I'm saying it wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm sure I am. But then we have the Raptor, which I actually own right now. We have a 24 Raptor in the driveway, which I love. The ultimate Bronco is the Raptor. And you don't even need to change anything. I've changed wheels and tires and stuff, but you really don't. From the factory, this thing is just as capable as you can get. And then finally, we've got the Heritage Edition. So if you're looking for something kind of give you maybe the more square wheel wells, more of the 60s vibe, the Heritage Edition might be the one that you are interested in. But let's get into the key changes here. So as you can see right here, what did change? The 4 door is now standard on the Stroke Edition, and 2 doors gone. You can see right here, 2 door is now gone, which is it's very strange to me. I really didn't think that vehicle would be around for another year. I mean, it was a cool idea, and I've seen a few of them running around my area, but at no point is that a vehicle that I thought, man, that'll stick around. But it did. But it's only going to be as a 4 door, which is still kind of weird to me that they're doing a 4 door of that because it's a heritage race vehicle that from the 60s, 70s that they were doing. Now, mechanical, nothing has changed. So we're still going to get the 2.7 or the 2.3. So no big deal there. Now, what has changed as far as transmission? The 10-speed automatic transmission is now available with the 2.3 on the Heritage Edition, which previously it was only available for the 2.7. So now the 2.3 was limited to, you want the manual transmission, which I get a lot of people, they want the Heritage, you want the manual. But now if you want the looks and you don't want the big engine, we have some options there. So nothing too crazy here. Now, as far as exterior, one of the big changes that I've seen is dual tops. Now, this is slightly confusing, but let's just bear with me now, and I may come out this wrong. Let me know in the comments. But new dual top soft top add-in included in vehicle is available on select trims. Okay. So I used to be able to order a dual top with anything, so they've changed it to select trims. Now they have changed these 17-inch matte black alloy wheels included in the Sasquatch package, and on base and Big Ben, they've changed the wheels on that, and Badlands, as you can see right there. The 17-inch high gloss painted steel wheels included with the black diamond package. It's an appearance package now, Big Bend and Outer Banks. Deleted. This is where it gets a little confusing. Dual hard tops, carbonized gray molded in color. So just the normal top. Hard top painted black soft top, dual tops with the body paint. Basically, I'm not going through all this. Basically, dual tops have been deleted, but up here, there you can be added on to include in the vehicle with select trims. I'm going to need some clarification on that. I'm definitely going to do a build and price as well on this, so you'll see this in the video popping up maybe as soon as this one pops up. So we will go through the build and price of that. Now, one of the key things they've changed was a new paint color, Avalanche DR, as you can see right there. And let me pull that up. Now, this is the Ford Avalanche color, which is kind of a light gray, depending on the color that you see it in. So this is definitely out in Johnson Valley. It's real sandy there, or it could be, I guess, in Michigan as well. But it kind of shifts in the color a little bit. So it's one of those colors you need to see in person. But this is Avalanche, and as you can see, Ford with the Raptors, they've done a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool color combinations work well with this. I like the color quite a bit, but it's a mind-boggling thing that here we go again with Ford. They're adding another color of gray. Like Ford loves grays. I don't know what it is about the Broncos only allowed to have multiple grays, but it is. But it is a good color, and we're getting Wimbledon white, which is only available on the 60th anniversary package, which I don't even know why it's not a new paint color. It's only available on that particular trim. But we've got some changes here with the paint. So Marsh Gray now is going to be available with the Heritage Edition. So here you can see this is the Avalanche color that we were just talking about, and this is the Heritage Edition. If you're new to Broncos, the Heritage gets the square fenders, not like the round fenders, and the interior is a little bit different. And then here is the Desert Sand, which is another kind of light color. And then let's get into the grays. Marsh Gray, that you can see on the Heritage Edition, which is a new color for this edition, and I like that quite a bit. That's the cat's meow for that. So we're going to get into, I'm going to build out one of these down the road, but let's get back to our build and price. So you can see deleted paints though, and also we get Oxford white, which is, it's white. But deleted colors were Azure Gray Metallic Tri-Coat, Eruption Green, which we were talking on the live stream. If you don't know, we do a live podcast on All Terrain Nation podcast channel every Monday nights. We were talking about that the other day that I felt like it needed to go away. Me and Allie were talking about that. And so it actually did go away. And one surprise was Robin's Egg Blue, which was a really, really nice heritage looking color. It's gone. And it was only on the Heritage Edition. So it wasn't, I was kind of hoping they would open it up to more of the regular Broncos, but Ford did not do that, which is kind of a bummer. So these are some of the big key changes right there. You can see as far as interior comfort, no big changes there. I do expect I haven't seen it in this just yet. But for 26, they are adding new grab handles in the door pillar. So you've seen it. I did a video on that with the 60th anniversary. They're in there, kind of make it easier to grab when you're trying to get into one of these big tall vehicles. So that's kind of interesting. And as far as nothing else really changed there. It says they did delete the leather gear shift knob from Big Bend, which is kind of that's a weird one. But okay, there used to be the leather shift knob and stuff was in the higher packages. They kept pushing it into lower packages. Like I said earlier, they've muddied what a lot of these packages are anymore, and that's for Ford to blame on that. As far as safety, security, nothing's changed. Copilot 360, nothing's really changed. Some new stuff here for functionality though. Ford Connective Package, 1 year included. Ford Connective Patches, one-time purchase for 7 years. Ford Connective Package includes features may vary, make my model. Unlimited hi-fi Wi-Fi spot there, so that's kind of neat. You get the Wi-Fi there. Audio and video streaming, so that's pretty interesting. Voice assistant, pretty cool. And entertainment. So Ford Connected Package includes, we won't go into that, break it down, but that is actually something really handy that they've done. Now, some functionality stuff that they've key changes they've made. And I was talking to you about the Badlands. Well, so Badlands, which is sort of, if you're, like I said, if you're from Jeep, you're interested in Broncos, Badlands is you get front rear lockers, They have a sway bar disconnect in it, and you can get it with 33-inch tires, or if you order it with the Sasquatch package, you get, with the bigger 35-inch tires. And the wheels and stuff do vary from those two packages. But one of the key things from Badlands that initially in 2020 when they launched this thing was this sway bar disconnect. So you don't know, these are independent front suspension vehicles. So they're here. Let me bring my handy hands up here. So independent suspension, that you get a little bit of wheel travel like this, but it is limited in how much flex you can actually get. And if you're new to off-roading, everything is about flex. Flex, if your one wheel's way up here on a rock and you're still getting traction down here, you can go forward. If one wheel's off the ground, makes it difficult to go forward as easily. Well, the sway bar disconnects. So if you could sway like this, all of a sudden you get maybe 3 more inches of sway, something like that. It is very, very noticeable. And it's something that they're taking away from Badlands initially. Now, don't freak out on me. Let's go ahead and bring this back up here. But so what they're doing is the sway bar disconnect. My computer will cooperate. So is disconnect is now on the Badlands when you can change it, take it off. If I don't want to pay for that, I want the front and rear lockers, but I don't want to pay for this extra because it's probably about a $3,500 add-on to make the vehicles a little bit cheaper. Ford's starting to take a couple things away that I think most people would never notice they even needed it, honestly. I use it quite a bit. We have it in our Bronco Raptor. I use it quite a bit because of the style of off-roading we like to do. But if you want one of these just to go around town, hit some fire roads, whatever, you would never need it nor notice you didn't have it. But so yes, so that's going away, which is a big deal for Badlands. And once again, I think it helps make the Badlands more affordable. But honest to God, it just basically makes it a wild track now. So they could have just called this the Wild Track package where it removes it on the Badlands, something like that. I don't know. They've made every year they muddy the waters with this. I don't understand. Just leave things alone, change it next generation, but it is what it is. And that's basically it. So you can order it with one if you would like with the 33-inch tires, or if you order the Sasquatch package, you automatically get it. So packages here, you can see the new 60th anniversary package, which was based around the Outer Banks. So my understanding is, they're going to be allocated to dealerships. Some dealers that sell a lot of Broncos are probably going to get a few of them. Some that maybe only sell a couple Broncos a year, they're probably only going to get maybe one. So if you're into that 60th anniversary, definitely hit up your local dealer. And we would like to recommend Allie Du Bois over there at Brighton Ford in Michigan. They've been treating us really, really nicely when we bought from them. Our buddy is in Kansas, Mr. Tim with Long MacArthur. Or if you're in Illinois, check out Alcione Ford. They're all good dealerships that we've dealt and done business with. So what else we got here? So the door panels or the door handles will be painted, the grill, stuff, all that for the 60th anniversary. As far as that, let's see, new dealer installed options. And this is kind of interesting to me. So the 17-inch magnetic gray mid-gloss painted alloy wheels, 35-inch spare tire cover for the 60th anniversary, and the battery jumpstart kit, branded toolkit. All that is going to be, you get that at the dealer. So they'll have that waiting probably when you order one. Or if they ordered this and you want that package, it should come with it. Make sure that you get what you're supposed to. Really look over the Maroni, the window sticker. And if you see something that's not in that vehicle when you're about to drive off the lot, time out. Give me what I'm supposed to have there. So let's see order combinations for the 2026 model year. You can see the base. You got all the codes for this, whether it be Sasquatch package. I'm not getting into all that really, nor a lot of the standard equipment, because honestly, not a lot of exchange with the standard equipment. So I'm kind of happy that there'll be little things they've tweaked. So really there's nothing with the standard packages that's a big, major changes like that. But I am curious what you guys think. If you're going to order a 26, I will put the link to this order guide in the description below if you want to read it yourself. Be sure to check it out, man. Go over it with the fine tooth comb, find the Bronco that you want. I suggest hitting up the dealers we've mentioned. They all deliver. They will all ship to your area and deliver to you. So that's pretty cool. But I am curious. We are due for some big changes. We're due for the next generation in the next couple of years. So how does that affect the current Bronco? Do they keep tweaking like they've done? Will they simplify the next one? That's the biggest thing. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about this. Where are you at with all these big changes? I do expect, if you stay this long, I do expect this spring we see a couple more colors pop out. I think they're saving a little bit for the spring for some fun there. But till we know, we don't know. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these badass Broncos, you guys know I love to drive. This has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.